So I like just do an appeal in Uber, and I'm like, oh, like this rider is charging me a cleaning fee, but I'm pretty sure it didn't make a mess. And then they send me back a picture of puke, like in the back seat, like a huge thing of puke. And I respond to Uber, and I was like, that wasn't me. Like maybe it was a different rider. And they like somehow provided evidence that it was my ride that puked. And it was just like the weirdest thing. I was like, I did not puke. Like, I think I would remember puking. Like, I was sober. Yeah, and then Uber like would not refund me. I literally had to call my bank and like say that Uber is like charging me wrong. It was $150 fee. Yeah. And then it was like a whole thing. I had to like change the card I had attached with Uber because they had to like close charges from Uber to my old card. Let me think of other stories. I had one that got really upset with us and like kicked us out. I had a guy friend of mine visiting, not Chris, like an actual friend, not someone I was dating. And he like was giving like so much attitude to my guy friend, and I think he said something back, and this guy literally made us get out in the middle of the street, like at nighttime. I forgot what the argument was even about, but like it wasn't my friend that started it. It was definitely the driver. He was just like this really angry, like looking to instigate and fight with someone. Yeah, I think the worst, this overall, like what most of my Ubers are like, is that they just make me so uncomfortable. Like they're always just asking all these questions, or like a lot of the time they'll just be like, oh, what ethnicity are you? And it's just like, why are you asking me this? Like, just drive me where I need to go. You don't need to know what ethnicity I am. You don't need to know how old I am. You don't need to know, like, it's so stupid. Like, it's one thing to just be like, oh, how do you like LA? Like, but to ask personal questions like, how old are you? And like, where are you going? What are you doing there? It's not necessary. Aw, Olivia, love you. Oh, did you guys notice that? Yeah, I did end up getting my money back from Uber. Well, they just like didn't let the charge go through. I think that's like technically what happened. And Uber never repaid me. It was my bank that had to like block the charge. Yeah, so when we did the almond series tonight, I let Kate post it from her account because I told you guys last time I get really stressed out when we post it both and have the same video up. I think it's for the best though, because I don't really want my whole count to just be that. Okay, it's not creepy to ask someone their ethnicity, but it's like when a guy's asking you, they're saying it in like a, ooh, you look foreign. Where are you from? Like, shut up. But I've also had like lots of really good Uber experiences. If you guys remember Z, I tried really hard to help Z out. I had a driver who was like the sweetest man in the world, and his bio, he didn't speak English, but his bio said like he was new to America and this is his first job here. And I made a TikTok about it, and everyone like really loved Z, and they like wanted to start a GoFundMe for him. And I tried getting in contact with him, but he just, even Uber got involved in the Z situation, and they really wanted to like get in contact with him because so many people wanted to like donate to him, but they like couldn't get in contact with him. Like they would call him and he like wouldn't understand what they were trying to tell him. But little did Z know that millions of people loved him. Hi, Laura. I just saw your text, but I couldn't respond to you because I was on live. I was explaining to them, to answer your text, that only Kate posted this video because it stresses me out when we have the same video up. So we're just gonna switch on and off with each place. WikiHow. I still pronounce it that way because that's what it is in my brain. Yeah, I tried really hard with Z. Even, guys, you guys don't even understand because I never posted like a follow-up. Yeah, Laura, tell me about it. Trust me, I think the same thing, but what was I just saying? Oh yeah, the Z thing, I never posted a follow-up about it, but after that video, I actually spoke on the phone with Uber like 5 times because the person at Uber got like really invested in it. She like ended up telling me her whole life, and she was like, yeah, it is XI. The lady like also was from the same country as Z, and she got like really touched by this, and she was like trying really hard to contact with him. They were like following up with me all the time saying like, oh, update, like we spoke to him but he hung up, or like we update, we're still trying to get in contact. Like it went on for like 2 weeks that they were trying to get in contact with Z to like start up a funding. I think Uber should have just, after hearing, like Uber knew everything that was happening, they should have just like donated to him and like put on the news or something, but I guess you need consent to do that, and if he was never able to pick up for consent, they couldn't do that. But that video had like millions of views and so many people wanted to donate to him. But then there was also lots of haters in the comments that were like, who said he needs help? Like, leave the poor guy alone, he's just doing his job. And I was like, who would turn down millions of people wanting to donate to them? Like, literally no one would come to America, and they're literally has just stated their only job is Uber driving, and you think they would turn down millions of dollars in donations? Like, no one would be unhappy about that. But of course there was annoying people in the comments that were saying that. I need a GoFundMe for myself. Everlasting. A GoFundMe, get Liz a car. I think it's so funny whenever I mention in my videos how I like don't have a car, the comments will be like, oh, like cars aren't a measure of money, like you're doing great, sweetie, like you're so successful, you don't need a car to prove your success. And I'm like, guys, that's not the case. I just want a car. But yeah, it's so funny whenever I mention a car, people are like so like trying to be nice about it, and I'm like, no, like don't be nice about it. I really just need to start saving money and buy a car. I work remotely, so that's why I like don't really need one, because I'm really just home. Like I literally don't go outside Monday until Friday after work. If I do leave, it's to go to like a workout class, which I only go to like once a week. I used to leave to get groceries, but it's pretty cold out now and it gets dark out at like 4 o'clock. So I don't really like have that much time in the day to go walk to get groceries. So now I order groceries. So now the only time I go outside literally during the week is to go to a workout class. And then I go out on weekends with friends. I think LA is walkable, but it's also like, I don't feel comfortable walking around in the dark here. I made a video about walking in the dark and it got taken down because I said a word. I said SCX trafficking and the video got taken down. Do you know the British girl, Brittany, who eats the roast dinners? I do. The girl that goes, unbelievable. Or what does she say? Unreal. This is unreal. The jacket potato is unreal. She's been making me want to try, or is it rocket potato? I never watched College Girls. How bad is it? I've never taken public transportation in LA. She faked cancer? What?